Good morning, everyone. My name is Thiago, and today I'll talk about a video called Religion and Babies. In this video, the presenter talks mainly about religion, and more specifically about the links between religion and sexuality, and he wants to show us the impacts of religion in the number of babies per woman. So, to start his presentation, he talks about religion themselves. He talks about how to classify the religions, how the religions are spread in the world, and after talking about religion, he moves topic and he goes through incomes, countries' incomes. So he shows us a graph where there are like a lot of countries and their incomes, and he shows the development of these countries. And after analyzing the income and the religion of each country, he points out that actually the number of babies per woman is not really related to the religion. It's more related to income, the income of the country this woman lives. Well, this is mainly the content of the video, and now I'll move to the second part of my video where I'll talk about the strategies that I've used. And I used three strategies that were pretty useful. The first one is taking notes. I took notes while watching the video, and I think this one is the most helpful one, because when you take notes after watching the video, you can read your notes and you remember a lot of things that you heard in the video that you took from the video. And the second one is watching the video more than one time. I watched this video I think 4 or 5 times, because then you can pay attention and like take more things about the video, take more details and hear like each detail, and then you can look for the words that you don't know, the chunks that you don't know. So watching the video more than one time I think is also a really helpful strategy. And the new one, the one that I used in this video for the first time, I read the summary or the description of the video that TED offers us. So there's the video in the TED page, there's the video, and there's also a description of the video, a brief summary of the video. So I read this summary for the first time, and it's really helpful because then you can expect of you have an idea of what you're going to hear in the video. So it was really helpful. And a strategy that I used, and it wasn't really helpful, is I googled the name of the presenter and read about the presenter, but it wasn't really helpful because it didn't help me to have a better understanding of the video. So let's move to the next part where I'll talk about the chunks and the words that I didn't know. So I'll talk first about the chunks. The first one is bear with our simplicity. So bear with means tolerate or be patient with. And an example that I wrote down here is, if you can just bear with me for a moment, I'll try to find out for you. So if you can be patient for me for a moment, I'll try to find it out for you. Right? The second one is to what extent. And the meaning of to what extent, the presenter uses this chunk. He says like, to what extent are these people right? So the meaning of to what extent is how much or to what degree. How much are they right? And a sentence that I just wrote it down here is, to what extent do advertisements reflect what society wants? So to what extent, how much do advertisements reflect what society wants? This is the second chunk. The third one is rounded numbers. I didn't know this word. Rounded numbers mean like rounded number is reducing the digits in a number while trying to keep its value similar. So for example, 4.8675 blah 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 blah, then the rounded number would be 4.8 or 4. It's like an estimation, not an approximation. And a sentence that I wrote down was, sharp numbers are more precise than rounded numbers, but they are more difficult to understand. So sharp numbers are the opposite of rounded numbers. Sharp numbers are the whole number, the entire number, not an approximation. 4.5, 4.85, blah, blah, blah. This is a sharp number. And the fourth chunk that I found is family planning. And family planning is the planning of when to have children. That's what family planning means. And family planning is really important in poor countries. That's also what the presenter says, because because they should plan how much kids they want to have, and they don't do it. And the words that I didn't know and that I found out in this video are mankind, the first one. Mankind is the whole, like, all of men and women and kids and everyone that lives in the world. That's mankind. And a sentence: nature should be preserved and made to serve mankind in a proper way. The second word is stagnant. Stagnant means not moving or not having changes. And a sentence that I wrote down is: the economy of Germany is stagnant these days. The third word is backwards. Backwards means to move back. That's a word that I hear a lot, but I didn't know the meaning. And backwards means to move back. And a sentence would be, for example, this robot can move backwards. Or this robot also goes backwards, for example. And the fourth word that I found is sub-Saharan. Sub-Saharan is a region of Africa under the Sahara Desert. And an example should be Ethiopia. Ethiopia is part of the sub-Saharan countries. It's one of the sub-Saharan countries. Well, thanks for watching my video, and I hope you enjoyed.